to Tibet, any penny you spend is worth it just for this site alone. I feel like the trip, the drama I had getting my visa and everything sorted, all worth it for this, right?
That's right.
Morning Tibet. Hi Lhasa. Population 200,000. Really nice day, very hot. The sun is right in your eyes. People said watch out for altitude sickness, but so far, apart from some tingles in my hands and legs, I've been okay. I did take some anti-altitude sickness tablets the night before, so maybe that's the reason, but I feel absolutely fine. A little bit shortness of breath, but that's about it. This is the old town, lots of tourist shops, which is all right because I'm a tourist and I'm looking for a Tibetan singing bowl.
This is our hotel, the Shangri-La Hotel. Great location. Because it's day one, we've been advised to take it easy and acclimatise, which we do. I still have a little bit of work to do, so I head down to a nearby coffee shop with my laptop. It's very chilled out here, nice and quiet. Even in Tibet, you can pay for a lot of things cashlessly, just with your phone. But most of Lhasa Old Town remains very traditional. The buildings, what people wear, and the food, like the old-style steamed bun and dumpling places.
Whoa, look at that.
You can buy as much yak's butter as you could ever want, and some gorgeous Tibetan woven tweed. And in the spirit of acclimatizing and taking it easy, our first day ends with a relaxing drink. Cheers!
We are walking up to Drepung Monastery because there's a ceremony on, so you can't go up there by car. I'm really out of breath. I'm going to blame altitude sickness again, of course, and not the fact that I'm super unfit.
They use this herb to make incense.
So Drepung Monastery at one time had over 7,000 monks in its heyday. Now there's about 600 monks that are here. And back in the day, if you had more than one child, one of them, you'd make them enter the monkhood. But that's no longer tradition. See that giant picture up there? He was the teacher of the first Dalai Lama. And when they have a big festival, a big yogurt festival, which they just recently had, huge paint of him, a Thangka painting, a silk paint of him, is put up here at this monastery.
That noise you can hear is coming from those trumpeters up there. Sounds like bagpipes. They're announcing the start of prayers.
Yeah, it was really wonderful, but we weren't allowed to take any photos, but very special inside.
It isn't far to the next monastery.
So this is Sera Monastery, built in 1416, making it one of the oldest monasteries here in Lhasa. At one time, about 6,000 monks dwelled here, not so many now. And at 3 o'clock every single day, they have a debate. That's what we're waiting for. So every day at 3 o'clock, these monks debate, and it's very noisy, lots of stamping of feet and clapping of hands. It's such a weird thing. I've never come across anything like this before.
The monks here believe that philosophical debating is one of the paths to wisdom. Typically, you have a standing monk who asks a question at a seated younger disciple. The hand slapping and foot stomping signifies that he's made his point, and now it's time for the seated monk to reply. It's definitely unique and well worth a visit. We head back into town as we want to do a quick bit of shopping before dinner.
They sell these yak heads everywhere. I wonder who buys them. I mean, how many sales do they make in a day? They're gross. I suppose you could hang necklaces off them and winter jackets. Yeah, I might get me one.
Let's check out the Tibetan cuisine. I see there's boiled yak potato stew, yak vermicelli mushroom, salted yak vermicelli mushroom. I went for yak noodles, which are hearty and filling. Just what I needed.
We are walking along the streets of Old Tibet, and it's lovely. It's still alive, there's still a lot of atmosphere. The tourists have gone away now, and it's all the locals, all these small businesses.
As I ambled through the streets of Old Tibet at night, I had no idea of the incredible emotional sight I was about to face, right around the corner. These are ordinary people, local Tibetans, who are performing prostrations all the way around Jokhang Temple, one of Tibet's holiest sites. Some pilgrims will perform this act every single day, before and after work, while others will travel prostrate all the way, perhaps thousands of kilometers from their hometown to Lhasa, which might take them many months. It's a very moving act of devotion.
Off to the Potala Palace this morning. We've already had a drama. Not allowed to wear skirts in the palace at all, not even long skirts. So we have to have a quick, it was a wardrobe malfunction, so we have to have a quick change. Potala Palace, you have to buy tickets. You can only go in there for an hour. You've got time slots, so you can't miss it. So, a bit of a mad dash this morning.
The first thing that strikes you about Potala Palace is its location. It's right in the center of town.
Which is good morning in Tibetan. Potala means paradise, and it truly is. All right, so America has the White House, France has the Eiffel Tower, China has the Great Wall, Tibet has Potala Palace. There's some places where you've dreamt about going to visit them for years and years, and when you actually see them, they're a bit disappointed in real life. That is tiny, Sydney Opera House. Oh, pyramids, you're great, but you're really, really small, and you're right in the town. But I have to say, Potala Palace, it really has exceeded all expectations. Genuinely. There's 500 steps up to the top, and then 13 floors. You wind your way down.
Can you believe that some of these walls are made of grass, a type of grass called Padma grass? It's lasted about 400 years, and some of these walls are 2 meters deep.
We just had a 1-hour tour inside of the Red Palace. There's a Red Palace and a White Palace. The White Palace isn't open to visitors. It's really magnificent. So all the chambers of the various Dalai Lamas, some of their tombs. Some of them are made of pure gold because there's a lot of gold in Tibet. Quite spectacular. Lots of stairs. And the building itself, it's made of grass. Some of the floor is made of clay, local clay and stones. This building has stood for centuries and centuries. There's incredible ventilation systems. They also have to guard against the heat, the snow, the rain, the vast differences in temperatures that you get in Tibet. It doesn't feel stuffy at all inside either. Wonderful, I recommend.
We go back to Jokhang Temple. That's where we were last night when we saw the pilgrims going prostrate, sliding on their hands along the ground, all the way around. This was first built in 1652.
This is one of the holiest sites in Tibet. It was built by a Nepali prince. The Nepali prince says, wherever I throw my ring and wherever it lands, we're going to build a temple. And he threw his ring and it hit a lake. So this used to be on a lake, and they drained the lake to build the temple here. And there's a Buddha here, and they say if you haven't seen this Buddha, you've only lived half a life. And people come from thousands and thousands of miles, sometimes traveling through prostration, lying down the whole way through that whole journey.
Look how worn this stone is from people kneeling down to pay their respects. And this is where the Dalai Lama was seated if there were any ceremonies here.
Okay, we're making a quick detour to Ramoche Temple, the third most popular temple here in Tibet, before it shuts at 4:30. It's like 4:22 now. This was founded because originally they were coming into town to build a temple and they got stuck in the sand here. So they just decided to make this the center of the temple. So you painted this? You're doing this?
Yes.
You're so talented.
Very good. Excellent.
I did it to myself. I bought a Tibetan singing bowl. Can't play the thing.
You know how to do it. You gotta push it down a little bit.
All right, we've hit the road today, moving out of Lhasa on our way up higher, and we've just stopped after about an hour and a half in the car to take a look at this site. This is the biggest river in Tibet. Tell me once again the name of this river. The Brahmaputra. And this river starts in Mt Kailesh and it becomes the Ganges. So we've reached another pit stop, and this is quite touristy. You can take pictures with Tibetan mastiffs. You see those? These huge, gorgeous dogs. It's 10 RMB to take a photo of them. I know people have to earn a living, but it feels a little bit bad taste, especially when they're dressed up with ribbons in their hair and everything like that. But they really are magnificent, enormous. And you can also sit on a yak and do all that cheesy tourist stuff as well. Well, look at this view, pretty nice. But I've been taking altitude sickness pills, so I haven't felt any effects at all from the altitude. I get tingling in my hands and feet, but I think that's the side effect of the pills that I'm taking. Some people said it's really difficult to sleep because literally your body's going, why can't I breathe more? But I found sleeping to be no problem at all. I was a bit worried about the altitude issue actually before I arrived, but it's been really fine. Not an issue at all. Beyond happy. I've packed so many winter clothes. My suitcase was full of them, and all I've been wearing is short sleeve t-shirts because it's been so hot. But now I am legit freezing cold because we're 5,000 meters up. This is Yamdrok Lake. It's really beautiful, very, very blue. It's scorpion shaped, so you've got sort of two arms that circle around.
Yamdrok Lake is one of the so-called 3 Great Lakes in Tibet, and it's said to be the transformation of a goddess.
Behind me is the Karola Glacier. It's 5,000 meters up. There's lots of yaks here and there's people camping too. All right, ladies. Before the 9th century, Tibet was ruled by kings, and this is a Jokhang, which is his castle. Actually, this was rebuilt relatively recently. I'm the tour guide today. We're going to Gyantse Kumbum, which was built by a Gyantse prince in 1427, and it's the town's foremost attraction with a 35-meter high chorten. So here we're in Gyantse, and we've got the castle here in the background there. And then over here is the Pelkor Monastery. And this monastery is famous for its 108 chapels, 108 being a very significant number in Buddhism, of course. And we just made it with literally 2 minutes to spare to see this place, so I feel like it's been an extra special lucky trip all around. So we're supposed to walk 3 rounds of this chorten to atone for our sins in this life so that we have a better afterlife. This monastery is very significant because it's where the 3 separate sects of Buddhism coexist in harmony. Just went from pretty cold to absolutely boiling within 200 meters, half an hour drive. Morning, just woke up. It's 9 o'clock. I overslept today. I'm normally up at the crack of dawn. Staying in a new hotel here in Shigtase, 4-star hotel. I must get the name of it. It's okay. Very grumpy receptionist, I must say, but it's worth it because it's located right here behind the Tashilumpo Monastery. So just a short walk away. I'm going to head there this morning.
But first, some breakfast, just in case you've been wondering what we've been eating every morning.
Okay, I was out with the guys last night and I heard that the Tibetan farmers really love a drink, especially out here, which is a relatively wealthy part of Tibet because the land is so fertile. When they go out drinking, they don't just drink 1, 2, 3 bottles. They drink 1, 2, 3 cases. And quite often they'll find themselves just sleeping wherever they are, like in a neighbor's doorway or something like that. Another Tibetan factoid for you, their marriage ceremonies go on for a really long time, even if you're from a poor rural family. Minimum 15 days of partying and merriment. And it happens less often now, but you can have multiple marriages, and that's to keep the land within the family. So for example, 4 brothers can marry 1 wife. So I guess it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like a rota system, I suppose. Can you imagine 4 brothers marrying the same wife? That poor wife, she has to mediate between everyone. It happens less often now, it's less common, but for sure, it's not unusual.
Plenty of yak's butter for sale here to burn at the temples.
We're at the Tashilumpo Monastery, a World Heritage Site. It was founded by the first Dalai Lama. So there's 80 different types of stupa, like burial stupas, for example, and they can contain all sorts of things inside. They can contain holy relics, but they can also be made of the bodies of mummified monks that are specially dehydrated, dried, and put inside the stupa. These are the quarters of the Panchen Lama. He's the second most important Lama in Tibet after the Dalai Lama. Who is him is the question. Here we get a chance to see up close these walls that are made of grass. I mean, these are centuries and centuries old, and the walls are made of grass.
We're supposed to be able to hear chanting, but we can't.
Bye, Tashilumpo. Really liked you. You were a 10 out of 10.